Hey guys, OGL by name, bringing you guys my GDL Season 1 Week 7 team builder against Frosted and her Copenhagen Sawsbucks. Frosted's having a great season so far. If you haven't checked out Frosted and, you want to check out her settle battle and all that good stuff, definitely go check it out. Great content creator, she's doing really well this season as well, so we definitely have our work cut out for us, and this is essentially a must-win game. I'm looking at it as a must-win. It's not like lose and we're out type of must-win, but if we win, we're pretty much clinched a spot for playoffs, which I'd rather clinch this week than have it come down to a week 8 showdown against mid. So we're definitely going to be going pretty crazy in this prep, despite this potentially being a playoff rematch, because I'd rather get into playoffs and lose than not get into playoffs at all, because I want to preserve some stats against a potential playoff opponent. I feel like we can adjust otherwise anyways. But yeah, very, very scary team and a very, very tough matchup. Let's just jump into the matchup though. If you did forget, our team consists of Gengar, Cinderace, Rotom, Rapid, Avalugg, Kingler, Togekiss, Galarian Stunfisk, Haxorus, and Scrafty. Our Dynamax captain being the Kingler, while our opponent's team consists of, as you can see, like right below you, Corviknight, Hatterene, Drapion, Inteleon, Quagsire, Jolteon, which is her Dynamax captain, Conkeldurr, Gigalith, Ninetales, and Shiftry. So very, very scary. Has the Sun Core, which actually does phenomenal against me. I would very much so expect that to come. It does great versus me, actually. Great Gengar check, which is never fun in Drapion. Corviknight's annoying for our team to break to a certain extent. I think we pressure it pretty well, to be completely honest. It doesn't do super well versus Conk. It's a giant problem with its coverage. We just don't have a switch into it. Hatterene can be really scary too, because our Steel type actually just never OHKOs it. And that can be pretty scary, but other than that, I think we do have the pieces to potentially win. We have a great check to our Dynamax captain, which is always a really good thing in a matchup. And yeah, let's just jump right into it. As you can see on your screen, our first mon is going to be Big Kingler, your GDL kill leader at the moment, rocking out with the Life Orb, Sheer Force ability, Sword Stance, Liquidation, Facade, and Superpower. 100 HP, 148 attack, 4 defense, 4 speed F, and 252 speed with an Adamant Nature. So we are, our speed, we have enough speed to keep Jolteon at -1, because we do have webs in this team. A little bit of a spoiler there. We have enough attack to to it KO a Fizz Def Quagsire. That would be rocking out with the Unaware, and then we threw the rest in HP. This is a great win con this game, especially as you'll see later that we do have webs on the team and stuff like that. If we can control the speed and get a +2 Kingler in the field, nothing really switches in at all. Like I said, the Quagsire, if it's Water Absorb, we can +2 and boost past that potentially. And if it's Unaware, then we can, obviously just Liquidation through that. We do guarantee 2 KO Fizz Def Quagsire with the Life Orb and the Liquidation. So if we just get a little bit of chip on it, that's obviously great. And we're going to be doing even more with like a Max Geyser in the rain. I think it probably just OHKOs that thing. It's Quag is really annoying when it comes to setup, but it's not really the bulkiest mon in the world. So we have ways to get around it at the very least. Is kind of what I mean by that. So yeah, Kingler is very, very good this game. Maybe not as a win con, but as a breaker, it's phenomenal. Next up, we have our Cinderace. We're rocking out the Choice Band, Blaze ability, Power Ball, U-Turn, High Jump Kick, and Iron Head. 44 HP, 236 attack, and 228 speed with an Adamant Nature. This mon goes crazy this game. Our opponent's, fire resist aren't the best. I mean, she does have a Gigalith, which is a great one. But, getting off a big U-turn or catching that thing with a banded high jump kick or Iron Head or something like that is super, super great for us. And honestly, just the momentum that U-turn will grab us, like a banded U-turn on the Gigalith, definitely isn't going to tickle. We're slowly going to shut that thing down. It's so susceptible to being worn down, and if we can do that with our Cinderace, late game Cinderace can definitely win this game, especially if we get webs up to mitigate any Scarfers or anything like that. Banded Powerball just kind of claims. It also baits in the Quag, which is great to chip with U-turn and stuff like that. As long as it's not Rocky Helmet, we can pretty freely click U-turn pretty much this whole game. If we chip that thing down, it makes our game with like Kingler a lot easier and stuff like that. So I think Cinderace is a great win con this game. At the very least, it's a great breaker. EVs wise, totally forgot to go over. We have enough speed for Ninetales. We can live a non-boosting +2 Dark Pulse from Shiftry from full, which is obviously great because we can always just U-turn on out of there pretty easy. And then we threw the rest into attack just to hit as hard as possible with that Adamant Nature and potentially the Sun Boost as well is something to keep into account. The Sun Up, I think Quag gets to a KO if she does Electric in the Sun, so that's obviously like super, super great for us. Next up, we're rocking out with the Rotom Leftovers ability, Levitate, Nasty Plot and Leftovers ability. I just caught that. Nasty Plot, Volt Switch, Leaf Storm, and Thunderbolt. 172 HP, 4 defense, 4 speed F, 124 special attack, and 204 speed with timid nature. This bond also matches up great. The dual stabs are insane in this matchup just because of the fact that my opponent's ground type is a Quagsire. Nothing else wants to take a +2 T-Bolt like at all, besides maybe a Volt Absorb Jolteon, but even then it doesn't really do too much damage to us. We have a great Jolteon check, and +2 Leaf Storm is going to blow that thing backwards. So I think Nasty Plot's great here. Again, if we can just get webs up and keep them up to stay, this is even a potential win con. It goes crazy this game, gives a decent pivot into the Corviknight, which is always really, really nice. Gives a decent check to the Inteleon, which can, run Ice Beam, obviously, but that's obviously super good. We just do have to watch out for that Sun. But other than that, we do pretty good. We check Shift 3 if it's not Heat Wave or something like that, but like Heat Wave in the South blow us back pretty hard. So yeah, that's gonna be Rotom this week. Next up, we have the aforementioned Web Setter in Araquanid. We're rocking out the leftovers: Water Bubble ability, Sticky Web, Liquidation, Giga Drain on Leech Life, 220 HP, 124 attack, 4 defense, 108 speed F, and 52 speed with an adamant nature. Now, like I said, this is here pretty much essentially 4 webs. Not much else. It does put on a decent amount of offensive pressure on my opponent, especially with no Sun. This is, a really, really strong mon version of my opponent. Speed-wise, we're creeping no speed Conkeldurr by a few, just to make sure that we'll outspeed unless she's running a lot of speed, which is definitely an option. But I didn't want to go much more than that. We're not 2-8 KO by, we're not 2-8 KO by +2 Fire Blast from Ninetales, which is actually pretty insane. Yeah, that's nuts. I guess the Water Bubble really helps with that. Yeah, I'm kind of looking back at my EVs because I built this team like a week and a half, 2 weeks ago, and I'm like, oh wow, really? But yeah, with that, plus our lefties will never be 2-8 KO by that thing, which is great. And then we threw the Resto attack, just hit really hard. Giga Drain is for the Quagsire. I went with an Adamant Nature because I don't really need the boost, like the beneficial nature or anything like that to do the damage I really want to it. Because if he's Fizz Def, if she's Fizz Def like I expect, then Giga Drain will be doing enough anyway, so that's not too big of a deal. Next up, we have our Togekiss. We're rocking out with the Heavy Duty Boots, Serene Grace ability, Air Slash Flamethrower, Morning Sun, and Nasty Plot. Max HP, 28 defense, 44 special attack, 4 speed def, and 180 speed with a modest nature. Another really good mon, minus the Gigalith, which is obviously a phenomenal check to this. This one goes crazy this game. Speed-wise, I believe we're creeping a Corviknight, creeping a max speed Scrafty, which is likely what I think she would creep if she went like super aggro on the speed with the Corviknight. We have enough special attack to Oko max HP Corviknight at +2 with Flamethrower, and that's not even considering Sun or anything like that. And then we threw the Russian defense. This is probably one of our best Conk pivots, which is really nice. Morning Sun, even though it's a pretty awful when it comes to recovery-wise, if Sun is up, it obviously, helps us out even more, which is nice. But, if Sand's up, then we kind of wish we would have Roost. I also wish I could have Roost to get rid of that flying typing on, elemental coverage from the Conk. We're still playing with pre-home movesets just because that's what we drafted. So it's just kind of something we're going to have to get around, but not too big of a deal. And then lastly, we have our Stunfisk, which is a really cool set I'm really excited for. We're rocking out with the Akaberry, Mimicry ability, Earthquake, Stealth Rock, Snap Trap, and Yawn. 244 HP, 36 attack, 164 defense, 36 per def, and 28 speed with a careful nature. Now, this mon is literally here for the Jolteon. It gives us a good rocker, but we're not 2-8 KO by max modest Life Orb Jolteon. We Oko max HP after rocks, which is nice. And then that max Life Orb Jolteon, I'm talking about in its Dynamax form with Shadow Ball. We definitely take that hit really, really well. You don't have to watch out for Weather Ball in the Sun, which Akaberry definitely helps with. That also helps with stuff like Shiftry. It also helps with stuff like, I guess we can't really touch Shiftry very well. Also helps with the Ninetales if we need to take a hit from that and, blow it backwards. We have Snap Trap as a really cool option to trap in the Quag and then potentially hit with a Yawn the turn after, which is really, really nice. We can actually beat that thing 1v1 depending on the move that she ends up clicking on the first turn, which is really cool. And then it gives us Sturdy Rocker. I think this one's really good this game. It's probably the best Stunfisk matchup we've had all season, and it really does help us with that Jolteon. But yeah, that's pretty much going to be the team. Thank you guys for watching. Be sure to catch the battle as it goes up tomorrow, and I will catch you guys next time. Later.